Understanding modern dating, the psychology behind the struggles of singles. As a psychologist, I've noticed an increasing frustration among singles today. Many people are struggling to find meaningful connections, and the dating landscape seems to be shifting in ways that leave both men and women feeling unfulfilled. Take, for example, singles events. A common complaint is the gender imbalance. Women often outnumber men, leading to a competitive atmosphere rather than a relaxed social setting. Some women expect to meet their ideal partner, only to walk away disappointed, feeling that no one meets their standards. Meanwhile, many men hesitate to attend because they fear rejection. From a psychological perspective, this makes sense. Humans are wired to avoid situations where they might experience social pain. This leads to a larger issue: modern dating expectations versus reality. A 2019 Morgan Stanley study predicted that by 2030, 45% of women aged 25 to 44 will be single and childless. Some might view this as empowerment, while others worry about loneliness and missed opportunities for companionship. Social media often portrays an idealized version of relationships, making real-life dating feel like a letdown. Another interesting phenomenon is the hot guy era mindset, where some women declare they'll only date highly attractive men. However, psychological studies show that attraction is about more than just looks. Long-term relationships are built on compatibility, emotional connection, and shared values. By focusing solely on physical appeal, many singles unknowingly limit their dating pool. There's also the paradox of choice. When faced with too many options, thanks to dating apps and social media, people can struggle to commit. They keep searching for something better, leading to a cycle of dissatisfaction. Why dating feels harder than ever for men. Dating in the modern world has become an increasingly complex challenge, especially for men. On one hand, many women express frustration that men no longer shoot their shot or take the initiative in approaching them. On the other hand, men often feel hesitant, sometimes even paralyzed, by the fear of rejection or the uncertainty of when it's socially acceptable to make a move. But why has this shift happened? The answer lies in evolving social dynamics and unspoken expectations. In recent years, cultural shifts have emphasized the importance of respecting boundaries, consent, and personal space. While these changes are necessary and positive, they have also contributed to a sense of hesitation among men, many of whom have internalized past experiences where approaching women in public settings led to negative reactions. No one wants to be perceived as intrusive, inappropriate, or unwelcome. As a result, both men and women find themselves in a frustrating stalemate, women waiting for men to take the lead, and men feeling unsure about when, where, and how to do so. The problem isn't a lack of interest on either side. It's a lack of clear social cues. Many men wonder, is it okay to approach her at the gym? At a coffee shop? Does she want to be left alone? Or is she secretly hoping I'll start a conversation? This uncertainty leads many men to retreat, choosing to avoid risk altogether rather than face the possibility of embarrassment or rejection. But here's the truth: confidence, respect, and genuine connection are still the foundation of attraction. Women aren't looking for perfection, they're looking for authenticity. Instead of overanalyzing every situation, the key is learning to recognize signals of interest, body language, eye contact, and the subtle cues that indicate whether someone is open to conversation. So, what's the solution? The first step is shifting perspective. Instead of seeing dating as a high-stakes game where rejection is a failure, think of it as a skill, one that can be developed through experience and emotional intelligence. Confidence isn't about forcing interactions. It's about reading the moment and acting accordingly. Ultimately, relationships are about connection, and connection requires courage. If both men and women can bridge this growing gap with more open communication and mutual understanding, dating doesn't have to feel like a battlefield. It can be an opportunity for something truly meaningful to unfold. So, men, don't be afraid to step forward. And women, if you're interested, sometimes a simple smile or small gesture can make all the difference. The dating world may have changed, but the need for real human connection never will. The truth about attraction. Why confidence changes everything. In today's dating world, many women express frustration at feeling overlooked by high-quality men, while also noticing a surprising trend. Many gym-going, physically fit men seem to be drawn to plus-sized women. At first glance, this might seem counterintuitive. After all, wouldn't men who dedicate themselves to fitness be more inclined toward women who do the same? But psychology offers a deeper explanation. Attraction is not just about appearances, it's about energy, presence, and the way two people make each other feel. People who feel truly secure in themselves, who have worked on their confidence, self-worth, and emotional stability, tend to be drawn to partners who exude that same kind of self-assuredness. Think about it. Have you ever met someone whose confidence was so magnetic that their physical appearance almost didn't matter? That's because confidence isn't just an attitude. It's an energy that shapes how others perceive you. This explains why men who invest time in their health and self-improvement often seek partners who carry themselves with confidence, regardless of body type. It's not necessarily about size. It's about self-acceptance, comfort in one's own skin, and the ability to radiate positivity. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Social conditioning has long told us that attraction follows a rigid set of rules. Fit people should date fit people, and physical appearance should dictate desirability. However, research consistently shows that emotional connection, self-esteem, and how a person makes you feel play a much bigger role in long-term attraction than just looks. So what's the takeaway here? If you feel overlooked in dating, the answer might not be to change how you look, but to change how you see yourself. Confidence isn't just a bonus, it's a game changer. When you truly believe in your own worth, you naturally attract people who recognize and value that energy. At the end of the day, attraction is a complex mix of psychological, emotional, and social factors. If you're someone who's been wondering why certain dating patterns seem to emerge, take a step back and look beyond the surface. The most attractive thing you can bring to the table isn't a perfect body, it's a powerful, authentic presence. And that's something no gym membership can buy. So, if you're watching this, ask yourself, are you focusing too much on external factors? Or are you cultivating the kind of confidence that naturally draws the right people toward you? Because once you shift your mindset, you might just be surprised at how attraction truly works. Ultimately, modern dating is a complex landscape filled with evolving expectations, social dynamics, and personal insecurities. The key takeaway? Building authentic connections requires effort from both sides. Whether at singles events, through online dating, or everyday encounters, the most successful relationships are based on mutual respect, emotional compatibility, and genuine attraction beyond superficial qualities. So, if you're navigating the dating world today, take a step back and reflect. Are your expectations realistic? Are you putting yourself in situations where you can meet like-minded people? And most importantly, are you open to connections that may not fit a perfect checklist but could bring genuine happiness?